The average American eats 17 teaspoons of added sugar every single day. That's 57 pounds a year, and most of us don't even realize it. You're not sitting around spooning white sugar into your mouth, but it's in your cereal, your salad dressing, your healthy yogurt, your Starbucks order, your protein bar. Sugar is everywhere, and it's not just impacting our health, it's impacting our wallets, our habits, and our ability to build financial stability. So today, we're not demonizing cupcakes or telling you to never drink a Frappuccino again. It's about pulling back the curtain on how sugar becomes one of the most quietly destructive forces in your financial life. Because sugar isn't just a food choice, it's an industry. It's a marketing weapon. It's a tool of consumerism. And once you understand how it's being used to get you to overspend, overconsume, and overlook long-term consequences, you can start to take your life back. So let's talk about how sugar became the poster child of consumer manipulation and what you can actually do about it. Let's start with the grocery store. Take a look at almost anything in the middle aisles: granola bars, sandwich bread, ketchup, frozen meals, instant oatmeal. Sugar is in everything, not just desserts, but sauces, snacks, drinks, and even things you wouldn't expect, like healthy smoothies and energy drinks. Why? Because sugar sells. It's cheap, it's addictive, and it makes bland food taste great. Food scientists know that the right balance of sugar, salt, and fat lights up the pleasure centers in your brain, creating a mini dopamine hit. It's like pressing a mental like button. Every time you eat, your brain wants more. And this isn't just about biology, it's about business. Companies know that the more pleasurable something is, the more likely you are to come back, so they add sugar to everything, even foods that don't even need it. A single bottle of healthy green juice can have as much sugar as a soda. A Cliff Bar marketed to hikers has more sugar than a Snickers. It's not just food either, it's the marketing. Sugar is wrapped up in stores, holiday traditions, happy childhoods. Sugar is emotional, and that makes it profitable. Sugar is also tied to status in subtle ways. Think about luxury desserts, Instagram-worthy pastries, or limited edition treats from popular influencers. These aren't just snacks, they're mini status symbols. If you can afford the $15 designer cupcake or the seasonal oat milk cold foam from Starbucks, it signals taste, access, and participation in the trend cycle. It's not just about sugar anymore, it's about identity and social currency. And the engine behind all of this is extremely powerful. The global sugar industry is worth about $100 billion and growing. It has financial interest in keeping us hooked, not just with food, but with an entire ecosystem of ads, influencers, seasonal launches, and reward programs. It isn't accidental that sugar-laden brands dominate end caps at grocery stores or show up in your feed right before lunchtime. That is strategy. Strategy backed by market research and billions of marketing dollars. So think about how sugar is marketed. From a young age, we're taught that sugar equals joy, celebration, love, and even success. Birthday cake, Halloween candy, Easter baskets, Valentine chocolates. The pattern is drilled into us early. Saturday morning cartoons used to be full of cereal commercials, not just advertising cereal, advertising characters, personalities, adventures. You weren't just eating sugar, you were joining Tony the Tiger or Lucky the Leprechaun on a magical, high fructose journey. And this continues into adulthood. Starbucks doesn't just sell drinks, they sell treat yourself moments. Their sugary drinks are desserts in disguise, marketed as tiny luxuries. A grande caramel frappuccino has 54 grams of sugar, more than double the recommended daily limit. But it's not just about the grams, it's about the identity. Holding a branded cup feels like participating in a lifestyle. And this is where consumerism thrives, tying products to emotions, routines, and self-worth. Sugar isn't just a flavor, it's a feeling. And that feeling is monetized every single day. There's a reason so many sugar-loaded products come with a sense of nostalgia or childhood magic. These aren't coincidence, they're strategy. When your brain associates a product with comfort, safety, or family, it's far more likely to buy. Think about cereal mascots, limited time releases tied to cartoons or movies, and even packaging colors that mimic toys and candy from your childhood. That emotional shortcut is a goldmine for advertisers and a trap for your wallet. And when you're stressed, tired, or lonely, reaching for a sugary snack can feel like a quick fix, a little boost of comfort or energy. And food delivery apps know this as well. They send tempting notifications right when you might be feeling low, and one click later, a sugary order is on the way. The danger is that the emotional sugar spending often happens without thought. Late night snacking, convenience store runs, or ordering dessert with takeout can become habits that quickly inflate your monthly expenses. These small purchases don't feel like much alone, but over weeks and months, they add up, and they come with health costs too. Sugar products also pair well with other forms of consumerism. Think about the combination of fast food and soda, or how dessert becomes the add-on upsell in a restaurant meal. Companies understand that once you've made one indulgent choice, you're more likely to say yes to another. It becomes a chain reaction, a behavioral loop that drives both calorie and dollar consumption. And let's not forget the culture of urgency. We live in a world that is just fast-paced. How often are sugary products marketed as limited time only? Think about pumpkin spice everything in the fall, or red velvet flavored items around Valentine's Day. These products create a sense of scarcity, making us feel like we need to act now or miss out. To be clear, sugar in moderation isn't the enemy. The problem is that moderation doesn't sell. Limited edition flavors, seasonal drinks, everything about sugar marketing is designed to make you consume more than you planned. You weren't going to get a second donut, but this week it's birthday cake flavor. The sugar industry thrives on excess disguised as experience. And excess is expensive. Let's say you grab a sugary coffee drink 3 times a week at $6 a pop. That is $18 a week, around $75 a month, and nearly $1,000 a year just on drinks. Add in impulse snacks, desserts, and sugary heavy takeout, and you could easily be spending $150 to $200 a month on added sugar without even noticing. That's a weekend trip, that's an emergency fund, that is a credit card bill. And consumerism encourages this because it feels small. It's only a treat. But multiply that treat by 365 days a year, and it becomes a lifestyle, one that takes a real financial toll. And let's not forget the sunk cost fallacy. Once you've paid $12 for delivery on top of a $6 dessert, you're going to eat it whether you're hungry or not. And this mental trap keeps people in a cycle of spending just to justify past spending. It adds up over time, both in calories and cost. And it's easy to feel guilty watching this, but let's be clear, the system is set up this way on purpose. Food companies design products for addiction. They fund misleading nutrition studies. In the 1960s, the sugar industry paid Harvard scientists to downplay sugar's link to heart disease and shift the blame to fat. That single PR move shaped 40 years of misguided low-fat food trends, most of which were just sugar bombs in disguise. Government subsidies also make sugar artificially cheap. Corn syrup, one of the most common sweeteners, is heavily subsidized. Meanwhile, fresh produce and unprocessed foods are often more expensive and less accessible, especially in low-income areas. And this isn't just capitalism, it's engineered consumerism. You're not weak, you're being strategically worn down. So given all of this, how do you take back control? And a great place to start is by setting a sugar budget. This means deciding in advance how much you're willing to spend on sugary treats every week or month. When you treat that spending like any other budget category, you're less likely to splurge impulsively. For example, if you decide $20 a week is your limit, you might enjoy one specialty coffee or a small dessert without going overboard. And when you get that sugar craving, try the 30-minute rule or even the hour rule. Instead of giving in immediately, wait half an hour or even a day. During that time, distract yourself or drink water. Just like any other cravings or spendings, they come and go. And this small delay can stop an impulse purchase that adds up month after month. And finally, compare the cost of sugar habits to other financial goals. If you spend $6 3 times a week on sugary drinks, that is nearly $1,000 a year. Imagine putting that money into an investment fund or paying down a credit card balance. It could boost a savings account or buy into a solid index fund. The opportunity cost of sugar isn't just the money spent, it's the financial momentum lost. And that's it. Let me know what you think about overconsumption in this world where sugar is just everywhere and in everything. And if you like videos like this mix of pop culture, consumerism, and personal finance, Please leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any other videos. Thank you very much for watching. And speaking of sugar sweet things, there's something that's cute and furry that people are going absolutely crazy over. And it's not sugar, it's Labubu. So check out the next video on the wacky world of Labubu and how it's captured everyone's hearts and wallets.